Let me ask you something. Why does it feel like the middle class is working harder than ever, but moving nowhere? Why do people with degrees, jobs, side hustles, and stable income still feel stuck, stressed, and one emergency away from collapse? Here's the uncomfortable truth. The middle class today is not poor, but they are not free either. They are trapped. And the worst part? Most people don't even realize they're inside a trap. Today, we're going to expose the new middle-class trap that nobody talks about, and once you see it, you will never look at money, success, or stability the same way again. The illusion of stable life. For decades, the formula was simple. Study hard, get a degree, get a job, work your way up. That used to create stability. But in 2026, this formula is broken. Today's middle class has jobs, salaries, skills, smartphones, internet, access to opportunity. Yet they feel constantly anxious about money. Not because they're lazy, but because the system quietly changed, while they were still following the old rules. The trap begins with comfort. The new middle-class trap does not look like poverty. It looks like comfort, a decent phone, a small apartment, food delivery, streaming apps, occasional travel. From outside, life looks sorted, but behind the scenes, stress, EMI payments, credit cards, no real savings, no real freedom. The trap is dangerous because it feels normal. Income is just enough to survive, not escape. The modern middle class earns just enough to survive. Not enough to build wealth. Not enough to invest aggressively. Not enough to take big risks. Just enough to maintain lifestyle. That's the design of the trap. You're always busy, always tired, always responsible, but never financially free. You don't feel poor enough to panic, but you're never rich enough to breathe. Education became a debt machine. Education was supposed to be the escape. Instead, for many people, it became the entry point into the trap. Years of studying, expensive degrees, certifications, courses, and then a job that barely pays enough to justify the investment. So now you're educated, but financially pressured, skilled, but replaceable, ambitious, but exhausted. The lifestyle inflation problem. As income increases slightly, lifestyle increases automatically. Better phone, better clothes, better food. Not because you need them, but because you earned them. The middle-class trap survives on this logic. I work hard. I deserve this. And slowly, your expenses rise to match your income. You feel successful, but your financial position stays exactly the same. The time trap. The middle class trades time for money, hours for salary, energy for survival. The problem? Time is limited, so income becomes limited. You can't scale your life when your income depends on your presence. No time to build something of your own. No energy to think long-term, just constant survival mode. The fear of risk keeps people stuck. The middle class is trained to fear risk. Don't leave the job. Don't try something new. Don't fail. Play safe. Stay stable. Be practical. But safety has a hidden cost. Kills growth. The trap survives because people choose predictability over possibility. The social pressure trap. Another invisible force keeps the middle class stuck. Social validation. Society rewards appearance, not freedom. Good job title. Nice lifestyle. Fancy posts on social media. People don't want financial freedom, they want to look successful. So they spend to impress, not to build. The emotional cost of the trap. The real damage of the middle-class trap is not financial, it's emotional. Constant anxiety, fear of losing job, fear of falling behind, fear of disappointing family. You're not physically imprisoned, but mentally you feel stuck. Why this trap is getting worse in 2026. In 2026, the trap is stronger than ever. Cost of living is rising. Salaries are not. AI is replacing jobs. Competition is global. Pressure is constant. The middle class is shrinking worldwide. Not because people are failing, but because the system is changing faster than they can adapt. How people actually escape the trap. Escaping the middle-class trap does not start with money. It starts with awareness. People who escape begin to think long-term instead of monthly, build skills that scale, not just skills that pay, create assets, not just income, use their time intentionally, reduce lifestyle inflation, and most importantly, they stop living by society's expectations. The middle-class trap is invisible, but once you see it, you can never unsee it. You start questioning everything. Why am I working this way? Who designed this lifestyle? Is this really freedom, or just a comfortable cage? The truth is uncomfortable, but it's also empowering, because awareness is the first step to escape. And once you understand the trap, you no longer live inside it blindly. If this video made you think differently about your life, your career, and your future, then this channel is for you. Subscribe to The Financial Brain for more deep insights about money, mindset, freedom, and modern success. Because in today's world, awareness is no longer optional. It's survival.